All right, so in part one, we talked about the massive potential of AI for councils,
Yeah.
but also the hurdles they face when it comes to actually, making it happen.
Yeah.
It's a bit like having all the ingredients for a gourmet meal, but not knowing how to cook.
It is. It's like having the ingredients but not the recipe.
Right.
And that's where the 4E's framework comes in. It's like a recipe for AI success, specifically designed for local councils.
Okay, I'm all ears. Break down this 4E's framework for us.
Right.
What does it stand for?
So the 4E's stand for evaluate, embrace, execute, and evolve.
Okay.
And it's a structured approach to AI adoption that helps councils make sure they're doing things right, both technically and ethically.
Okay, so let's unpack each of these E's.
Okay.
Where do we start?
We start with evaluate. So this is all about taking stock of where your council is at in terms of AI readiness. It's like planning a road trip. You wouldn't set off without checking your fuel levels, right?
Definitely not, especially if you're heading out into the Aussie outback.
Especially in the outback.
Yeah.
So what kind of checks do councils need to do when it comes to AI?
Yeah.
Well, they need to assess their technical infrastructure. Do they have the right systems and software in place to support AI? They also need to look at their data. Is it clean, accurate, and easily accessible?
Yeah.
And perhaps most importantly, they need to evaluate their organizational culture.
Okay.
Is there a willingness to embrace change and experiment with new technologies?
So it's not just about the tech itself.
It's not just about the tech.
It's about the people and the processes too.
Absolutely. It's about the whole ecosystem.
And at this stage, would you recommend maybe dipping your toes in the water with some small-scale pilot projects?
I would. It's a really good way to get started.
Like those examples we talked about earlier, the chatbot in Maroondah,
Yeah.
the AI-powered planning assessments in New South Wales.
They're good examples.
Those are all pilot projects, right?
Yeah. They could all start as pilot projects to see how AI works in a real-world setting.
So test the waters before diving headfirst into the deep end.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've evaluated, we're feeling confident.
Right.
What's next?
Time to embrace AI more fully.
Okay, so what does embracing AI look like for a council?
Well, it's about getting everyone on board, from council members and staff to the residents they serve. Transparency is key here.
All right.
Councils need to be upfront about how they plan to use AI, what benefits it will bring, and how they'll address any potential concerns.
Because I can imagine some people might be a bit apprehensive about AI.
Of course.
They might worry about their privacy or about machines making decisions that should be made by humans.
Yeah, those are valid concerns, and councils need to take them seriously.
Yeah.
It's about building trust and making sure people feel comfortable with how AI is being used.
Yeah.
Open communication, education, and community engagement are all essential parts of the embrace phase.
Okay, so evaluate your readiness.
Yes.
Embrace AI as an organization.
That's right.
What's next?
Time to execute. This is where you put those plans into action.
Right.
It involves scaling up successful pilot projects and integrating AI into core council functions.
So instead of just having a chatbot for one specific service, you might have AI-powered systems across the board.
Yeah.
From customer service to planning approvals to waste management.
That's right, across all the different departments.
But the journey doesn't end there.
No, it doesn't.
Right, because the world of AI is constantly changing.
That's right.
So councils need to evolve along with it.
Absolutely. It's not a set it and forget it situation.
Definitely not. You need to keep up with the times.
That's right.
So councils need to continuously monitor their AI systems, gather feedback, and make adjustments as needed.
Make sure it's still fit for purpose.
It's also about investing in ongoing training for staff.
Absolutely.
And staying up to date with the latest developments.
You don't want to get left behind.
And it's important to remember that AI technology is only one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
You also need robust data governance frameworks in place to ensure that AI is being used responsibly and ethically.
That's right.
You mentioned AI governance earlier. Can you just remind us what that's all about?
Yeah, so AI governance is all about setting clear policies and procedures to guide the development and use of AI.
Okay.
This includes things like data privacy, algorithmic fairness, and accountability. It's about making sure AI is being used in a way that benefits everyone, not just a select few.
So you don't want AI to accidentally create or reinforce existing inequalities.
That's right.
It's important to make sure it's being used for good.
Absolutely.
And AI governance needs to be an ongoing process.
Yeah, it's not a one-off thing.
As technology evolves, so too must the policies and frameworks that guide its use.
It's a continuous process of improvement.
Okay, so we've covered the 4 E's.
We have.
Evaluate, embrace, execute, and evolve.
Those are the 4.
It sounds like a solid roadmap for councils to navigate the complex world of AI.
It is. It's a really useful framework.
But what does this actually look like in practice?
Right.
What concrete steps can councils take to get started?
Well, that's a great question.